Hello everyone, happy Monday. Got into an arena game pretty quickly today against Kneps, Van City, and Swath. Kneps rated 318, Van City at 348 with some quits. And Swath rated 374. I was combo queuing. Various Weather had set up a normal game. And I think they were in queue also and just didn't get matched in, apparently. Anyway, Pet Lover is the best Ock here, as I regretfully state. Reed Pond, Drill Harrow, Lone Pit, Potter's Yard. Probably Reed Pond and hope I don't run into day labor stuff. Pet grower or pig owner, even livestock feeder would be good with Pet Lover here. Feels a little early to take Drill Harrow, but I do like Drill Harrow a good bit. Hello, Robbie, and everyone else lurking out there. Hope you're all doing well. Woodfield, upholstery, Lone Pit, Potter's Yard, remodeling. Pig owner, lumberjack, livestock feeder, stable architect, stagehand, maybe. Swing plow, excellent. See swing plow, take swing plow. It's that easy. Porter is also exciting. Animal Tamer is somewhat interesting. Mud Wallower is fine. I don't see Potato Planter being something I'm too excited about. We can remember Rock Beater because it's part of Stonehouse, or Building Stone Room combos. Clubhouse, Mining Hammer, Feed Pellets. This is fine. Hello, Schmog. Yes. Iconic duos. Me and Pet Lover. That is why I have multiple emotes for Pet Lover. And no other cards. Or Agricola things. It's just Pet Lover all the way down. Alright, so another earlier mid-game Ock for earlier swing plow would be nice, but not necessary. I am in the second seat, so I can play an Ock in round 1 if I want to. Yes, known lover of pets. Well, we have the smallest day labor thing here for that Lone Pit we passed. I guess that doesn't really matter. I mean, it's really nice with Lone Pit, so you can net turn a clay into something else, but you might need to have a clay first. Anyway, what do I even want here? I'm not super excited about early cattle. There was that lumberjack. It just has to be stock protector, probably. Veg vendor is good too. but I think it's probably Stock Protector. And no chance Hedgekeeper comes back. A little surprised no one went for this, but I guess... Well, is Hedgekeeper just better than Stock Protector? That's an interesting question. I defaulted to Stock Protector because in the mid-game, that extra placement probably has good value. Actually, I'm not so sure. The miners are also an interesting decision. Feeding Dish, Calcium Fertilizers, and Sheepwell are all looking fine. Hedgekeeper would proc off of Stagehand. I don't think Feeding Dish works with Pet Broker, whatever that Aqua is from Pack 1. I'm going to take Feeding Dish anyway. I'm really not sure about Stock Protector over Hedgekeeper. That just might be wrong. Stable Tree with no other stable things that I've seen. Of course, Nail Basket. Nail Basket would show up right after passing Hedgekeeper for everyone. This is probably just Diligent Farmer. Fields and grain look fairly easy, and then pastures can't be too bad. Reseller can be fun. I think, like, 1 room go farming, then 2 late rooms makes sense here. The Reed Pond feels out of place now. But yeah, this is probably better than Trowel. Changeover is mildly interesting. Stable Tree and Cleaner is pretty dumb, yes. As long as you have Lumber Pile or Sample Stable, then you get to be extra mega dumb. Pet Grower. Yeah, Pet Grower doesn't combo with Feeding Dish. I guess Upholstery works now? If I want to try to run that. The alternatives are, well, I don't need Drill Harrow anymore. Remodeling Woodfield. Lumberjack still looks fine. I mean, it looks better than the other options. Someone did take Dairy Crier, so some early fences is probably good. The Visionary also probably wants early fences. If anyone even dares to play Visionary, I guess. That's not the police. I'll take the Upholstery. It does have Pet in its name, so... You know, I am probably just ignoring a combo here.
Lumen's 3+1 rooms.
Sivir, thanks so much for the tier 1 and the 13 months. Really appreciate that. 3+1 rooms is an interesting call, though. I think this is 3+1+1, which is also 3+2. We'll see. When it's the police, it's just generically the Agricola police driving by. And we have to guess at who they're coming for. I'm getting dangerous ideas. There's no way I actually do it, right? There's no way. No shot. I can't. I have 1 minute to convince myself not to click my mouse while hovering over this card. It's just so bad. It is so bad. Millwright has to be better, and it's frickin' Millwright. I do think it's a fine Loppers situation, though. Thinking I'm fencing 12 with Stock Protector giving me Reason Defense multiple times. Yeah, no, we're not picking Sequestrator. I could roll a die to choose one of these two, though. Well, I'm not going to be taking Reed Bank, so whatever. Why did this come back? Veg Vendor is good. Also, I could have taken Tasting, but I didn't like how it costed 2 wood pretty early to actually use. I'm not convinced I have extra stone. So Sheepwell is kind of iffy to me. So I'm just taking Pick Forest. As Shadow told you the last time he took Sequestrator, why did I take this card? Yes. I don't think there's anything wrong with Loppers. There are some Loppers haters in this world, and I am not one of them. I am absolutely not one of them. Now, I don't actually know if I'm playing a few of these Ox which theoretically do something. Lumberjack, Millwright, they could easily not make the team for whatever reason, but we'll see what happens. You thought I was talking about Lumberjack and World Crusader.
Looking forward to the game.
Yo, Rainier, thanks so much for the tier 1 and the 37 months. Definitely appreciate your support over the years. We have a Rock Beater. Alright, how early do I need these 3 Ock Miners? Not really early. How early do I want to play Porter? I can play it next round. We don't have pets out yet. Yo, and we got Thrall with the Prime for 23 months. Thank you, Thrall Champion, so much for almost 2 years now, and of course the longtime leader of the gift sub crew. Moral Crusader, you think it's legit? Well, I don't really like picking Moral Crusader without being sure I'm playing something like Toad or Private Forest early. And maybe I'm too picky, but that's how I look at it. And especially in Draft 10, depending on the other food sources you potentially have in the game already, it can be underwhelming, I think. Like, Pet Lover Porter tells me I don't really care enough about a Moral Crusader that's not really full. I think I just take 2 clay here, given that I want early Fireplace. And it's possible I play Veg Vendor. Rock Beater did Rock Beater things, so this is usually not the right way to play Rock Beater. But of course I don't know the rest of what's in their hand. Draft 8 makes Moral Crusader viable again. Do we need a better reason? No, we don't. You thought someone else should? That's fair. We get a Profiteering for Van City, hinting that they might have Loam Pit, but otherwise it is just a free food and potentially a little more later. Major minor flips, so I will Ock and Major, probably. Yeah, probably play Porter and build Fireplace. I could play Veg Vendor. That might be better. I don't know. Not surprised that Swath is Ocking here. Usually when people try to play Rock Beater like this, they also come out with Ox that discount rooms or give wood. But Kelp Gatherer is not what I expected. Porter or Veg Vendor? I don't actually think I want 4 clay next round if it happens, so I'm going to play Veg Vendor. And these veggies are not, like, super important to my game, which makes this move a little questionable tempo-wise. But it does get me to figure out the other Ox early on in my game, and does kind of guarantee that I'll get to use veggies as my third diligent category. I'm not sure if that's enough reasoning or not. It could easily not be. Someone tried Chainfloat Moral Crusader. Oops. Hey, Mighty. Yeah, it's just... Yeah, and admittedly, my schedule has not been super consistent recently. My Fridays are still messed up. Alright, Knaps took 3 wood instead of Reedstone. Swath got to take Reedstone without copying it. Can't snipe when you're putting the baby to bed. Awkward. Well, not playing Porter was definitely correct if I don't care much about 4 clay here. Sheep do come out, so if I don't get 3 wood, I'll be taking Ock Pet Lover, I think. Oh, and we got a Childless for Van City. Very nice. I guess I could have been a bit more aware of that when they started into 2 Reed. But it's not really like I was going to get in the way successfully. I mean, I feel like I'm really behind on room parts. Swath is not taking wood at all, which is wild. Well, not super wild, but kind of wild. I could go Porter's Start for wood. I guess Porter Clay could have turned on Thick Forest, and I did not think about that. Yeah, 4 clay wouldn't have happened anyway, but... Knaps electing to travel over fishing. Even though Kelp gives the opponent a veggie, it does give yourself an extra food. So usually you see kelp procced when there's a choice, but not this time. Right now I think Swath is probably going for a trowel line, but I can't be sure. Like dwelling plan here. No, it's just clubhouse for now. Kneps probably takes Reedstone if it's there. But Reedstone is just good for me anyway. And gives me more chance of getting 4-wood Porter first move. Like, I don't especially mind a lack of wood policing here, but I do think wood police is coming. And police, of course, doesn't have to be the right word for it, with 3 wood being a good move. And this does mean I'm not getting Porter on 4 wood. Unless Swath has some plan I'm not expecting. Yeah, so I'm just behind on wood room parts. I could take 4 clay, plus clay food. That temporarily feeds me and opens up thick forest as an option. It's kind of lame. I mean, I don't see how 3 wood doesn't get taken by someone, so any dreams of starting for 6 are kind of ridiculous here. 4 clay plus clay food, 4 plus 1 food. Reedstone, maybe. Could be my last move here. I could upgrade Fireplace, but that's not a super exciting move to be taking. That's like a bit of a last resort move right now. Vancity's gonna Ock an Animal Tamer. Nice. I don't think I can really police that. Taking 2 sheep feels kind of wasteful. I'm guessing Swath takes Reedstone, but it could be a bunch of different things. And I think this round goes build sheep with the last 2 actions. Building in front of the childless is usually a successful idea. They're not usually incentivized to start as childless in general, and then add to it that they can grow second for free-ish. My stage 1 is a little underwhelming. Okay, we got a start player here. It's not what I expected. Stable tree, okay. I mean, having stables for Mud Wallower's fair, but it's a little dull. And Van City doesn't take the sheep right now? I'm confused. Early stone. Caneps does have the benefit of not needing to build first action. Would not be surprised to see them fish here. I'm currently assuming Swath wanted to, like, Ren well, but... RIP, someone else's task card is in. Yes. That should be your first thought when Stone flips round 5. Alright, it's 4 clay for Caneps, which is also reasonable. Someone's Heart of Stone, that's the real shame, indeed. Van City taking 3 more wood. Good move. I don't like my wood situation. Is it my fault? Yes, entirely. Hard to say for sure. It does seem like a reasonable time to play Thick Forest. Third Akk for Swath is an Ebonist. I'm gonna try to make Van City a little sadder. This is a 6 food move for me, it's fine. Hey, Heroic Logic. Just one stable. I did expect 2. Van City is starting here. I still might Major Minor this Thick Forest. It comes with a veggie. We got a Sculpture Course. That is unexpected. If they have Stone Cart, they should play Stone Cart first. Are they sculpting a wood? This is probably better than starting with the Thick Forest, honestly. This does cede room tempo to Swath compared to taking 2 wood. But I think that's an okay move, what I just did. Reno. Okay, so my delay on building a room is very not punished here, thankfully. Van City keeps playing very good cards. Probably goes for a stone move. And I'm getting the wood here. Thank you. Oh, Swath is just going full trowel here. Surely. I mean, I get to grow second now. and get that action space. Yeah, it's lucky. It's always paid actors out here. Kneps could build single stable here, but they risk their food getting a little scuffed. Not super scuffed. They could always build a hearth. We do have a tax collector. So yeah, maybe this is Reno Trowel for Swath. And then they'd be a stone away from building stone rooms. Okay, you know, I don't mind this game plan for Swath. It is fun. Oh, and the clubhouse is giving the stone. The clubhouse is giving the last stone. Neat. Of course, could also major minor the trowel, and pay the reed and the food cost, but spending 2 clay and a reed and no food is probably better than spending... Okay, yeah, there's the single stable move with options to re-stable block if I go for the start build. And the way I defend against this is by food blocking Kneps. I'm not sure it can happen. We'll give it a look here. Could just be the well. Oh, it's not even trowel, it's just dwelling plan. Okay. And tax collector can give the 3rd stone, too. Okay then. And of course, Reedstone food is always available permanently. Fun game plan for Swath. So I am going to take the 7 food here. It's just enough value on this board. And has an outside shot of improving my growth position. I think this is still 3 food traveling for Kneps, and they get to start. But now I do have to build. First action. Oh no, I don't get to. This is actually kind of bad. Kneps is taking major. Sculpting a wood again, I presume, for Van City, yeah. Okay. So I am gonna build last. That does make the read mandatory for me here. Assuming I don't get to build. Because once Kaneps starts for Grow, and they will have 2 food moves with Traveling and Sheep both available, Van City taking read means they get first build next round, first action build, and I just can't survive that way. Oh, Swath is just making a mistake here. Yeah, that's really bad in part because of the read situation. I get saved. Look, if they're a paid actor, I'm not the one paying. I just want that to be very clear. Oh my god. I'm not exactly sure what Swath is doing here either. Oh, Mining Hammer is really nice for Stable Tree. I whiffed on that option. There's the 3 read for Van City. A Reed Stone with the Ebonist for feeding. Okay, so I can play a 3rd Ock here. So this is gonna go next round Grow, Build, question mark. And I probably just want to leave as many good Porter options available for me as possible and get to play Reed Pond. I do also want to play Loppers, but I'll just play the Stock Protector here, I think, over Pet Lover. Maybe a little questionable. My reputation gets harder and harder to uphold every time paid actors show up. Oh, you know what I actually should grow with is Swing Plow. And or start with. Traveling for Kaneps is a little less flexible than taking the Sheep. I fooled everyone. You thought I liked Pet Lover. No shot. We might also see Tax Collector take a read for a double build. I'll only play Pet Lover if I see myself losing in round 14. It doesn't deserve good stats. Mudwaller's fun. It does kind of need to be your first stock, though. And I would like it a lot more in Draft 8, I think. It has a good total output, but it's not amazing. I do also think it's a mistake by Swath to not just be taking 2 wood on Tax Collector most rounds. We get a Drill Harrow. And a build, of course. No, I make the average draft pick higher of Pet Lover. And when I do that, the and decrease its power, it looks double worse. Because it deserves it. Alright, well, I do need to start player. That is something I miscalculated. Unless Swath starts. Okay. I'm just benefiting a lot here from Swath's interesting sequencing. You know what's actually happened here? Is they played Rock Beater in round 1 and then used it. It just causes you to do losing sequences. There's just magic. Negative black magic that happens when you play early Rock Beater. I don't have any other words. This is a typical play pattern? Yeah, it's not a good one, but yeah, I guess you could argue it's a typical one. Rock Pyramid? Oh, I wish Rock Pyramid. Rock Pyramid's so fun. Clay? Why did I play Stock Protector? Why the F would I have ever played Stock Protector? When I can just get 12 wood and 2 food with 2 actions. And have someone start for me. Stock Protector's good! Stock Protector's good, okay? Alright, the well is still available. I wonder if we see Swath go for... Nope, Swath's not going for a triple build either. Loppers is off the team? Probably. Is this just the well? Or is it pottery? It's probably pottery did not... Oh, clay oven did not die. That works. Grow swing plow, because everything else takes too long to play. Reed Pond might not be too long to play. It probably is with 2 rooms incoming over there. Yeah. I forgot to edit that command, Sivir. Why are you giving me things to do midstream for my irresponsibility? Van City starting with feed pellets. They didn't necessarily need to, because Swath was gonna build and could have just waited for in case me or Knaps wanted to start, and that would be even freer, I think. Anyway, I can plow, so I should plow. Anyway, JFR is back to its old self. I assume Swath took Woodcart over Swing Plow, but it doesn't necessarily have to have been that way. I'm not sure, Norden. I will be fencing tight, though, to be ready to build 5. Diligent probably is still pretty late. And yeah, if I end up with 7 fields, that's cool, too. Van City's game is amazing, except for not having a plow. Reno stable X for Kneps here. Nada? Slightly unexpected. It does seem like Feeding Dish could just be better than Pet Lover this game. The well is still out there. 3 stone is about to be on this board. We'll see if Swath panic starts again. Well, it's totally copium, but let's be fair. I didn't think I was gonna get 6 wood or 4 wood in round 8. Like, that was insane. Man City has Trowel. Yeah, it's just like, thanks. This is why I played Stock Protector, okay? It's so that I can get fence tempo and take the stone at the same time. Totally justified. Completely and utterly justified, and I will not be hearing arguments to the contrary. Thank you. Rock Protector. That's a good one. How are people not jumping on 4 wood? I mean, if I keep getting to take wood, my last diligent category is going to be frickin' stables, not fields. Boar Spear, right. I can't see myself playing Pet Lover here. I don't have enough... Do I not have enough to justify it? What do I want to do? I want to Reno well next round. I want to get a grain and sow. I want to get a breeding pair. That's not happening. Unless I take sheep right now. I probably only need to sow once this game, except for the diligent benefit of sowing earlier. This feels wrong. I could just take well veg and play this next round. I have enough miners to play. I can do well veg. I didn't even think about taking veg instead of major, though, and I probably should have. First pick sheep provider for Kneps. Yeah, I should have taken it on veg. Kneps and Van City with actions left didn't really want major minor, and they might have wanted veg. Like, if Kneps takes veg here, I super took the wrong space. But they're just taking sheep grain, that's fine. I'll still play Pet Lover, I suppose. We can start with Reed Pond, and then I don't need a read action. Then I can, like, play Pet Lover and use it or something. It's okay. Things are fine. Am I not getting a cow this round? I guess not. Plow, clay, sheep are all fine, assuming I get Pet Lover down. Well, yeah, I guess I wasn't very good about describing the sequences I want, but hopefully you get the idea. Oh, Swath is out of actions. Nice. If it's cultivation, should I still take cows? Instead of cultivation? Cultivation is getting pretty good for Caneps. Whether or not they sow here. I'm gonna say this is better than getting my sheep breeding. And not be super convinced of that. I guess I should still cultivation if I hit it. But we obviously want urgent here. Getting urgent and then just diligent farmer for points at the very end is going to be better than needing to grow into it. I'm assuming. Caneps is doing a wise plow sow here. A very small secondary reason to not take sheep is the sheep provider would get a grain. And I have been keeping an eye on this millwright. Yeah, I do have tempo on the guild of my choice here. Well, my choice is not going to be BMW, so I have tempo on the other two guilds. Veg for sheep, that's nice, actually. Not doing that? I guess without a cookery, the sheep is not actually better food. But I would still do that. Capacity is... well, I guess capacity is a problem too. Okay, maybe if they're hoping to get like 2 pigs or 2 cows, then that is pretty reasonable. Yeah, because Caneps could take cows. Did Caneps accidentally eat off the mud wallower? It's annoying, but you have to be very careful where you're eating your pigs from. Yeah, the mud wallower lost a capacity. Alright, well, I'm gonna do this because 1 cow should be available next round to Pet Love. If I get Plow, I'm Diligent eligible, but I'd rather Reno first so that the Diligent room is better. I am considering 3 stone. Caneps kinda needs it. I'm assuming Caneps takes the cows. You have to be careful where you eat from, yeah. I see 2 pigs to take. I get to go last next round. Whoopee. I am probably just renoing pottery here. Oh, we have a Potter's Yard. We all get to see the silly Potter's Yard animation. And silly might be an understatement. I don't know why the programmers did it that way. They may have needed to for some combination of reasons, but yeah, it's pretty silly looking. 15 fences for Swath. Okay. Ah, 3 stone is still there. Wow, normal fences? Normal fences is wild. I think that's just minus a point in most situations. I do want to get my reno out of the way right now, though we do have this dwelling plan. And I think not renoing does risk losing the pottery to Van City. Should be a good pottery. As far as I can tell. Hopefully that read is correct. So there is lots on my wish list for this coming round that I don't have enough actions for. Plow, stone, cow, diligent, grow. 5 is bigger than 3. It would be fun to grow with the dwelling plan. So I guess growing in the last round can't be too bad. The 3 stone goes to Van City, who also read stones. We need carrot thatched roof. We so need carrot thatched roof. Potato starch roof. Three sheep is not as good. It's the same amount of points as a cow and doesn't come with 3 food and a grain. It's only better if I'm eating the animals, and I don't expect to. I may not get the cow, because Swath is plowing with cow. So they also like cow more than 3 sheep. Right? We dreamed of the Porter Stone so that we could get the food. That 5th stone was just going to be a tiebreak, I think. Yeah, and now I'm tempted to... Well, no, I can still start upholstery. Kind of need the 3 stone. And I need a farmland action. So this, I think I'm plowing first. Kaneps needs the stone badly, needs wood badly. Oh, wow. I think I just have to get the swing plow out of the way. It's only 4 points, but it all compared to like the 6 points of the first swing plow action. Hoping Kaneps takes 3 wood. Or fences, that works too. My wood is for a stables action next round. It's kind of an interesting 10 fences. I would have covered more space. To get more clay and or food. We'll see if that's what Kaneps switches to here. And I can definitely still eat 2 veggies. No problem. Don't really need to start upholstery anymore. Van City takes the cow. Stable placement is impossible to get right. It can be tricky. I'm getting the stone. That has to be better than diligent and growing. Because I basically save a stone on the Reno, which is huge, action-wise. Pig Market is like 3 food and 2 or 3 points. Reno Q seems clear now that Kaneps doesn't have enough stone. Me and Van City can take the 3 Renos. Van City probably wants Reno fence. We get the Sow Drill Harrow for Kaneps. Alright, well, I only have 3 actions next round, and Mason. Well, at least they're growing now. This kind of explains the lack of big fences for them. Okay, I want stables, reno, build with diligent farmer, and grow. I could also sow. If I pet love here. I think pet lover is... Oh, and I also want hollow next round. What am I ditching? The answer was to not renovate. The answer was to not renovate. Obviously. The answer was always to not renovate. I think the answer now is pet lover the pig. To end on 5 pigs instead of 4. Just put the 3 stone back. It's that easy. Also, I can renovate here or here or here. And I should have built joinery. Agricola is hard. More realistically, I would have had time for everything if I hit Urgent in round 12. Also, joinery is just as many points as Reno. Ugh. So that also makes 2 stone a 2-point move, or a 3-point move. Agricola is hard. Sponsored in part by not counting. It turns out that counting helps. Yeah. I'm not point capped. Swath didn't pull out a nasty plow. You know, I just wish I did better. Why would I reno? JFR. Waste of time. Alright. Obviously my gut instincts were insufficient for this situation, so I need to, like, mental note to self. If you don't hit Urgent in 12, recount your moves. That is my mental note to self. But I am expecting to get to 46. Is that what it is? 333? Breed? I want some combination of Reno, 2-stone Reno, Diligent, Grow. I guess Diligent, Grow is one... I don't need the Grow. The Grow is actually nothing. No extra points. It's -1 food compared to, like, building 3 stables. So, something along the lines of Two Stone, Ren Joinery, Diligent, or Stables, Reno, Diligent, or Hollow, Reno, Diligent, I think is my best outcome. I probably need to eat a point of pigs. I have 4 latent food in veg, which I could up to 6 on a Reno. Oh, okay. So if I go clay, diligent, or clay, Reno, hearth, upgrade, diligent, that is not costing me any points of food. So that's the line. Van City, I am threatening Reno Fence. Because especially if they forgot about Diligent, I can fence a space. They're just gonna fence first. Oh, and they have a trowel. They have a trowel which they want to use anyway. Okay, so I am gonna Reno last. I will first move Hollow if it's there. Well, okay, so all of that is the best for me, but doesn't actually account for any defensive options that I might need. On the other hand, I'm not really sure what defense I can play here. Because I don't think Kneps has enough sauce to beat me even with this urgent. They're breeding 2 points. They're fed by eating their extra pig. But I'm like way above that. I totally did count Diligent as a 3-point move, which implied that I had Renoed to stone already. Oh well. Oh, wait. I forgot how the order of things worked. Well, everyone knows my move, but I also have 3 stables as a backup plan. I totally know how the cards work. That's me, Agricola expert that knows how all the cards work. One more stone would be sick. Van City will fence block Kneps. Kneps would have had a really good last action with fences there, so this is helping me for sure. I mean, it is my fault for forgetting how diligent works. Kneps saying forgot trowel. Yeah, that'll do it. Swath said in game chat, nothing went well for me this game, I see. Stables is maybe the better move, but I'm just gonna do this. This looks prettier. So was another reasonable move for Straw Thatched Roof? Yeah. To make it worth 3 points on so. You were expecting Animal Reeve from Kneps. Oh. No, Sheep Provider was their first pick. Otherwise, that would be a good guess. Which means Van City's first pick almost certainly was Childless. As they take a 1.3 food action there to end their game. Yeah, it is a sad first pick in draft 10. Kind of like a pet lover you get to use twice. And I will not take more responsibility for that. Solid Stone Oven for Swath at the end. Alright, looks like I'll win by about 4 over about everyone. Woohoo. I don't think Veg Vendor turned out to be bad. I mean, I didn't have another veggie source. Oh, we're getting Dairy Cried. Oh, it's not even a point for me. No, Stables was better than Diligent. Thanks for helping the pet lover stats. Yep. Thanks, Rainier. And the stock protector stats. Yep. It should not be 7th pick. Yeah, and if I didn't take it, I would fall off. God, I forgot Dairy Crier. I should have built the 3 stables. But this is 6 tiebreak better. Whatever. Swath could have such a cool game. Yeah, they just got in the growth queue way too late. Mason, Tax Collector, Woodcart kind of makes this work. But yeah, not having actions led to them not being able to Ox Goad. And overall, their food was a bit questionable to have a bigger family. GG, Bland. Yeah, like I said in game chat, it's just too slow. Who knows is the truth. I definitely benefited from late grow because I didn't really get punished for not getting room parts early. I got 5 wood from Thick Forest. They're all right here. Whatever. I do need to reorganize my animals. I meant to end with 5 pigs, so I will end with 5 pigs. Alright, 46, 43, 44? 41? Or is that after breeding? It's after breeding. So 42 instead of 44. Alright, we'll take it. We will take it, and yes, as Rainier said, it was pretty quick. Thanks in part to Grows in 7 and 13, and also everyone playing pretty quickly. No real big thinks in this one, I don't think. BGA, semi-struggling to calculate these endgame stats. Smooth brain, smooth game. That is my motto. That's how I run this. Server status seems okay. I guess it'll take a sec for the endgame stats to show up. Yeah, no. The timing meant you either had to have way better efficiency on your Stonehouse plan than just Tax Collector, or needed to get in the growth queue with that option being way more reliable. This format is just extremely punishing if you don't get in the growth queue. Like, the amount of times you get jumped an extra time or two, a lot. A lot. And yes, you could have built one stone room before me and then didn't. Rock beater early big trap? Yeah. Whoopsies. Completely unrelated question. Expansion for revised? EDEC. EDEC, 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 EDEC. You got 65 yesterday and got ambitious. Fair. Freshman Steam Machine. Totally fair combo. No comments. Yeah, Sivir's correct as usual. Early rock... Oh, yeah, I don't know, Bland, if you have been in stream when I've occasionally made this comment, but Rock Beater on Play Agricola has a 19% win rate when played. 19. When played. And usually it's played early, and that is usually wrong. I can't completely explain all the negative effects it causes on your own game, but generally early Rock Beater is bad. There are exceptions, because there's pretty much always an exception, but anyway. I'm going to do one last thought experiment before ending stream here. If I took Sequestrator, would I have had time to play it? Would I have tried to play it? And would I have gotten both halves of it? So, if I had taken Sequestrator, I would have needed to play it instead of Pet Lover, probably. So that's not great. As much as I hesitated to play Pet Lover, I probably would have hesitated more to play Sequestrator. I did Fence first, so I would have gotten the Reed. And I did get to 4 Plows first. So I probably would have gotten both bonuses, but then I wouldn't have had quite enough... Well, then I wouldn't have built Pottery because I would have saved for a Clay Room, because 4 Clay is not 5 Clay. God, if you make Sequestrator 5 Clay 3 Reed instead of 4 Clay 3 Reed, how much of a difference does that make? That has to be a huge difference, right? Like, Sequestrator, if it's 5 Clay instead of 4. I think I just fixed it. I just fixed Sequestrator. What's the equivalent rate for a card like Childless? Okay, you got me. We'll check. Oh, unknown network error. BGA died as soon as our game ended. I did check the server status right after we ended, but took a little hit. Is this the latest one? Yeah. We were the only thing propping the server up. Interesting hypothesis. Childless played 410, win 168. 41%. And this one is not really usable. But yeah. Childless in the previous meta, 41% win when played. Rock Beater on Play Agricola, 19. Alright, that'll do it for me today. Thanks all so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed the game. Thanks so much again to Thrall for the resub for 23, Rainier with the resub for 37, and Sivir with the resub for 13. I appreciate all of you. I appreciate everyone lurking here, or chatting, or what have you. I'll be back tomorrow with more Agricola. Hope to see you then, or at a future stream. Bye!